everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Glambitious Talk Show. I am your host, Lily Mae, and if this is your first time tuning in, make sure you visit theglamceo.com to check out the many opportunities I have available for women entrepreneurs. As you know, we host events around the country in Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Miami, Charlotte, North Carolina, and even during Essence Festival. So if you're interested in joining us as a speaker, make sure you head over to theglamceo.com. So today, I am in Greensboro, North Carolina, in an amazing space. Miss Dana, introduce yourself and tell everyone about where we are.
Hello everyone, my name is Dana McKnight, the founder of Magnolia Content Studios here in the heart of downtown Greensboro. And I would like to welcome you guys to Magnolia Content Studios. But as Lily Mae said, this is a vast space. This space is perfect for events, it's perfect for baby showers, gender reveals, promo shoots, whatever you can think of creatively can be done in this space.
Yes, I am very impressed. Okay, and that says a lot.
Thank you.
But I am very impressed. I love the aesthetic. So tell everyone what inspired you to start this place.
So I have a personal brand. It's a family blog, and on our blog we talk about faith, family, and relationships. And I had a designer come in and take everything out of my family dining room, and I said, I want you to make a content space out of our dining room. So she did that. You know, my daughter and I were doing our podcast, we're filming and all this stuff. And then one day I just walk in and I looked at it and I said, what if we just stripped everything down? Because our color scheme is more girly. It's pinks, greens, yellows, and things like that. I said, what if we stripped it down, did more neutrals, and just had an actual space where, you know, entrepreneurs can come, business people can come to shoot aesthetic content. Because I don't know about everyone else, but like, I love my house, I love my kitchen, but my house is very lived in. So I don't wanna have to clean up to have to shoot content. And then it's like, after I clean up, I don't wanna shoot the content because I'm exhausted from cleaning up. So this is just a space where it's already done for you. You just literally come in and shoot.
Yes, it's so perfect for so many different things. As soon as I came in, I had a million ideas like, oh, I should host this type of event there. I should do this type of shoot. So it is a multifaceted space. What would be your advice to someone who wants to start a content studio, but they feel overwhelmed with the idea? Like, what would be your advice?
Honestly, I started, of course, with TikTok. And I don't know if everyone else does it, but I put in like hashtag content studios. I wanted to see what everyone else was doing. And then with that, I was like, oh, so some of these were specifically niche related. And I was like, I wanted something more general. So I just took the idea. I think I did TikTok, I did Google, of course. I did Pinterest because all ideas live on Pinterest. And then I also looked on Instagram, and I found a great color scheme. I found a great aesthetic that I wanted to do here in Greensboro, and then also fill a need. There isn't a space like this in our area. So I thought, you know, why fill a space that's already been filled, to just create my own lane. So that's what I did here.
Right, and I think that's like a great nugget. You know, if you're watching, sometimes there's something that you're desiring or you have a need for, and you can create the solution for that. And so I think it's brilliant that you have, you know, designed this place in a way that corporate appeal it has, but then it's like jazzy as well. Like, it has all the things. So I think it's very brilliant the way that you brought it together cohesively, and I applaud you for that, because I know that it was not easy. Is there like a challenge or an obstacle that you faced in the process of bringing this studio here? Like, share that with us, and then how you moved past that.
So the obstacle I faced was, because I wanted it to be neutral, I didn't want to exclude those creators or those businesses that like more colorful items. So that actually was a big challenge for me and a big challenge for my designer. But at the same time, you can't appeal to everyone. So I literally had to scale back and say, okay, this is our color scheme. We are more neutral. You know, we have a more neutral aesthetic. So I have a great friend who's an amazing creator. She can't use the space, or she hasn't used the space because she's more colorful. She's bright. She's, you know, all these different things, but that's okay. There's something for everybody. And the people that we do cater to, they've used it several times. So we just have to just back away from it. You can't please everyone.
Right, and as a marketing consultant, I'm constantly encouraging people to niche down. down, because you cannot serve everyone.
Yes.
And I like to say, when you try to serve everyone, you end up serving no one, because you're not meeting a specific need, a specific aesthetic, right? So I think that it's brilliant that you say, you know what, let me rewind to what the vision is and just go with that. You can trust your vision, and you don't have to make it so that everyone, you know, in the world likes it, because it's not likely. It's impossible to please everybody.
It is impossible.
It is.
And I'll tell you something too. My husband, he is my biggest, greatest sounding board. I was talking to him about it, and color palettes and all this stuff. He's like, okay, I get it. He told me this story, or not story, but he gave me this analogy. He was like, when you have issues with your heart or whatever, you go see a heart surgeon. And he's like, you don't really want to go to the ER, or you don't want to go to someone who is, I guess well versed in a lot of different things. You want to go to a specialist. So that's, when I thought, oh, he's telling me to niche down. So just like you said, I was like, it's okay to niche down, because I thought, oh, I need to build this space for everyone, which, I mean, everyone is welcomed here. We don't, shy anyone away, but I get that it's not everyone's aesthetic, and I'm okay with that. And once you make a decision, just stick with it. That's the thing. But it's also okay to pivot.
Right.
So I kind of contradicted myself, but it's stick with your gut, but you can also pivot, and I'm okay with pivoting as well.
Yeah, I think it's important that we are flexible in how something comes together, or flexible with our vision.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of both of what you said. It's holding on to the vision, but being flexible with how it comes into fruition. Because sometimes we can be married to the vision so much that, we're rigid, and we just can't allow any room, for things to shift or ideas to flow. And so we actually have to kind of be in a balance of both, a bit of a harmony, if you will.
Exactly.
And so one of the things I mentioned earlier was, that this is a faith-based platform as well for women entrepreneurs. What would you say that God is revealing to you in this season?
God has definitely revealed a lot about myself that I did not know before I started this business. I believe anyone that starts a business, I do believe that your faith is tested, because what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. God had other plans. And so he is revealing to me to stay the course, and you are who you are, and it's okay to be who you are, and let that shine. He's telling me to be authentic. Don't put up these fake walls. Because people can smell it a mile away. And it's I'm quirky, I'm awkward, I'm funny, I'm shy, all at the same time. But it's okay to be who you are, and just be authentic and organic to who you are.
Yeah, I love that, because I feel the same. I feel like I'm a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like when God was putting the recipe of Lily Mae together, he threw a little humor in there, he threw a little glam in there, a little awkwardness, a little, all these things. But it's okay to be all of these things. Sometimes I feel like society wants us to be, linear. But God has blessed us with many gifts. He's blessed us with many talents, and it's okay to let all of that shine and be fully who you're designed to be.
That part. It's some people, they drive straight. I'm more squirrel. And then it's and then it's I come back. And he's letting me know, it's okay. It's okay to go left when you want to, left when you want to go right, or, things like that. And it's okay to be a hot mess. And it's I think that's the beauty of it. So he's revealed to me, just be who you are, and it's okay.
I love that. And when you say it's okay to be a hot mess, I feel like that's saying give yourself grace.
Yes.
Give yourself grace to be human. Give yourself grace to be beautifully flawed, because God is the ultimate course corrector. So even in our mess, he's going to get us back on the path that we were destined to be on, and we can give ourselves grace, because sometimes I feel like we give everybody else grace, but then we're so critical of ourselves, right?
I think we are our worst critics, and it's I totally believe what you just said about give yourself grace, and there's always a lesson to be learned in it. And it's I always learn from my mistakes. I always learn from my messes. I was well, I won't do that again. And so there is a lesson in it. We just have to be quiet and listen for that lesson.
Absolutely, absolutely. You are talking right up my alley.
I love it.
Yes, it's all about that alignment.
Yes.
And I feel like as long as we make an intentional effort daily to be in alignment to what God has for us and who he's calling us to be, that we'll inevitably get there. And it's okay, like you said, because I drive the same way. I'm over here, and then I'm to the right, and then it's just my nature. I'm a
Yes.
colorful personality with many gifts, and so I think, like you said, it's okay to be who you are, even if you're not so colorful and you're more black and white or more gray. Be gray, okay? Whatever.
It's okay.
Yes, like there's a need for whoever you are. There's a particular group of people called to that.
Yes, that is true. And then everybody can't be as colorful as we are. Everyone can't be as gray, as some people are. And I definitely think it's a mix of everyone that makes the world go round. So that's it.
Absolutely. Well, make sure you tell everyone, how they can learn more about the space and book it and follow you on Instagram.
Definitely. So our Instagram, and I may get this wrong, but it's Magnolia Content Studios, GSO. We're also on TikTok, and we are on Facebook, as well as Pinterest. You can find us. And there is a link in our bio. I feel so cool when I say that. There's a link in our bio for booking information. We also have a website, which is www.magnoliacontentstudiosgso.com. So please email us, call us, text us, whatever questions you have, we're happy to help.
Yes. And if you're anywhere in North Carolina, okay, even as far as Raleigh or Charlotte, I feel like you need to make a hike down here, okay? This is a perfect place for an event concept, for content, for a photo shoot, for a video shoot, all the things. So make your way down to Greensboro because we can discover the gym, and I'm very excited about it. It's totally my aesthetic. My friend said it when she came in, like, this is Lily's aesthetic, and it totally is.
I love it, because we
co-sign
definitely
it.
color
I know,
coordinated here.
I know.
This is gonna
Unintentional.
I know, I love this. It was definitely meant to be.
Absolutely. So thank you all again for tuning in to another episode of the Glambitious Talk Show.